I regretted my decision immediately. As I stood in the open front doorway of the Airbnb 2-story mini-mansion rented by my classmate Bronwyn, I saw my new schoolmates dressed in attire that rivaled something out of a Hollywood costume party, and I felt the plunge of dread. They were audacious and impressive, and I was not. I had come dressed as a burglar, which was an outfit that required all the creativity of grabbing black jeans, a black turtleneck, black boots, black knit cap and gloves, and a $5 felt mask I'd ordered from Amazon so I could go low-key cheap for this event. Which I had. What I hadn't even done was grab a pillowcase stuffed with fake cash, because I only have 2 and they're both floral, which kind of throws off the whole burglar vibe. And I hadn't wanted anything to happen because Target didn't carry that set anymore. It wasn't that I didn't care I had finally been invited to one of Bronwyn Campbell's famous parties, because I did. A lot. I also hadn't wanted to look like I cared. I mean, what if I'd shown up in some insanely elaborate costume like, say, the throne from Game of Thrones, only to find myself faced with a sea of snobby expressions as my costume-free classmates sneered at my faux pas, because dressing up for Halloween was for children, and we were upperclassmen at the prestigious Barrington Academy. That meant we were not children, even if I was still a few weeks shy of turning 16. So I'd fallen back on the tried-and-true strategy of don't look like you're trying too hard, which had always served me well in the past. Not tonight. Because these people were dressed like they were at the freaking Met Gala. And I was one felt mask away from wearing an outfit already in my normal rotation. Major miscalculation. Not that anyone noticed. No one paid me more than the most cursory glance before they returned to whatever it was they were doing, even if they weren't doing anything. Was that a good thing? TBD. My stomach roiled slightly in my second regrettable decision of the evening, sneaking a tiny bottle of Pinot Grigio from my roommate Thea's curiously impressive airplane wine collection, which she kept in the square fridge tucked in her closet, started to make its presence known. She told me the first week of school that I could have one if I wanted, so technically it wasn't sneaking. In the ensuing weeks since then, the subject had never been raised again, and our interactions had dwindled to polite greetings on the rare occasions we encountered each other, so I couldn't be 100% certain, but I really wanted a dose of liquid courage before coming. So I grabbed one. I'd only been at the Connecticut prep school since June, but my attention had been so firmly on trying not to fail any of my classes, both over the summer and now in the fall, that I hadn't made socializing a priority. As a result, 5 months in, I didn't really have any friends, and I had to admit I was more than a little lonely. Tonight was supposed to be my attempt to change that. After all, I'd received an emailed invite from Bronwyn, which was a first. People didn't say no to Bronwyn. At least not that I'd been able to witness. She was the daughter of a wealthy real estate mogul, and she considered herself an aspiring beauty influencer with, as she liked to remind people, over 12,000 followers. And counting. I, on the other hand, last posted on Instagram 2 months ago about my breakfast. It got 4 likes, including my mom's. Sweat was starting to break out across my chest as my heart thundered with anxiety. My eyes darted around the expansive living room, not quite sure where to land because there was so much going on. Noise from the deafening music, smoke from a variety of cigarettes, some legal. And the costumes. Oof. I spied Josie Sutton in a shiny gold flapper dress with fringe galore, a headband, and a long cigarette holder drunkenly chatting with my mostly MIA roommate, Thea, and her boyfriend, Beau, who were dressed like Claire and Jamie from Outlander. That astronaut costume, sported by Gaines Alder, looked potentially authentic, and, oh God, I think Landon Sinclair really was dressed like the throne from Game of Thrones. What was I thinking? I felt like a child attempting to migrate to the adults' table. If I turned around right now and left, no one would know I'd ever come. I could give the whole be more social thing a try another time, when there was less pressure. Like graduation. Hello, Finley. I spun in the direction of whoever'd said my name and found myself face to face with... I squinted.